Excitement is in the air, and the crowds are in a frenzy here at Century Bowl in Waterford for the final championship match of the 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge. Welcome. I'm your host, Mark Martin. Here we are after 14 exciting weeks of thrilling head-to-head bowling action. Today is the day, the final championship match between the winning team from the Mary Bowl region and the winning team from the Century Bowl region. It's all been leading to this final match. Now, by the end of today, the 2019 Bowling Showcase champion will be crowned. I'd like to thank our host center, Century Bowl in Waterford, for helping bring you all the action. Come and check them out sometime. Now, time for the bowling. 16 teams started this competition, all with one goal in mind: to be the Bowling Showcase Challenge champion. These 16 teams were divided into two regions, with 8 teams in each region, going head-to-head in single-game Baker elimination matches. When all the pins had fallen, we're left with 2 teams standing, the Mary Bowl region winner and the Century Bowl region winner. Now it's time for those 2 teams to battle it out for all the glory. The lanes are dressed. Let's look at the 2 region-winning teams who'll be battling it out in this exciting final. The 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge Championship match features Mary Bowl region winner Woodland Lanes going up against Century Bowl region winner Waterford Lanes. Woodland Lanes' quest to be the first ever repeat champions continues as they earn the right to represent the Mary Bowl region by beating Thunderbowl Lanes, Bowl 1 Lanes, and Team Ann Sarah to get to today's championship match. Waterford Lanes, they earned their spot as the Century Bowl region representative by first beating Mary Bowl, then Team Monopoly, and finally AMF Rose Bowl to earn their spot in today's championship match. It's Mary Bowl region versus Century Bowl region. Woodland Lanes versus Waterford Lanes. Sit back for a battle of titans. These teams are warming up behind us. The crowd is ready to cheer, and we're ready for the ultimate showdown. And joining me again today to help bring you all the action and expert analysis is Women's Series standout and former Team Canada member, Robin Orlikowski. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the start of the final championship match right here on Bowling Showcase.
We've won a lot of professional tournaments. We've won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
Okay, so here we are at the championship of the 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge. Century Bowl is our venue. The Century Bowl region champion, Waterford Lanes, who just qualified last week, and the Woodland Lanes, which is the Mary Bowl region champion from earlier this season. They're both here to face off. Should be a great match, shouldn't it, Robin?
I'm really excited to see what happens here. You've got winners of both regions. I don't know.
Yeah, winners of both regions. You got a very experienced team in Woodland, which was the champion in year 2. And then you've got this brand new team, Waterford Lanes, which has kind of excelled all the way along the line.
And Waterford has really been bringing it to everybody that they've been bowling against. So you can't say that the new people can't do it.
That's right. Bob Bagansky leads off for the Woodland team, leaves the bucket, the 2-4-5-8.
Nice throw by Bob. It's just, I don't know if it's just a little too fast or if he just needs to move a little bit further to the right.
Looks like he threw it right through the break point.
Yeah, I like how he throws it out on the lane, like he has loft to his ball,
right,
which in my opinion stores energy for the back end to help carry the pins a little bit more.
And he covers it.
But speed is also a factor.
Looked like he kind of moved a little bit like, ooh, am I going to do something different there?
I think he was scared that it wasn't going to pick up.
That's right. So leading off for the Waterford Lanes team, Dave Nelson. So tell us about Dave a little bit, Robin.
So he told me that this has been his best season of leagues, and I asked him why. Like, what makes this season better than any other? And he said because of the amount of bowling that he's doing. He's bowling more often. And so I think like anything you do, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And that was a great start for him.
It was a great shot.
We've seen him in the past where maybe he's a little too fast and he's washed out, but helping his team out with a strike to get this
Set the
match
pace.
started is a great place to go.
Setting the pace. Mary Cooper now up on the left-hand lane for the Woodland Lanes team. High average of 218, a service rep at AT&T. Ooh,
no.
Goes a little wide, leaves the 210. Makeable spare, though. We've seen it several times. We haven't seen it made yet. Maybe now is the time to see it made for the first time.
Yeah, this would be really fun to see this picked up since it's the championship match and put a little bit of pressure on Waterford. Gets the energy going for the team. Has a chance? No.
Nope, nope. You know, people at home think we're just commentating. We're kind of pulling for everybody.
Absolutely. Like, I want to see everybody bring their best game. I would love to see another 300 versus 300.
Absolutely.
Not another, but just a 300 game
Right.
versus 300 would be amazing.
Megan Clark on the right-hand lane for the Waterford Lanes team.
She has a 256 high game. A little light in the pocket, knocking the 4 out.
Leaves
So
the 2-5.
2-5 there. So there's two ways to pick this one up. So you can either stay to the right side of that pin that's in the front, which is the 2 pin, and take the ball into the 5 pin, or you can go to the left side of it and have the pin go into each other.
She gave it your former. She did your former.
Yeah. I'm good with either way. I think that the way that she picked it up, you have a higher probability of picking it up.
Okay, up on the left-hand lane for the Woodland Lanes team, Corey Strange. Corey's a manager at Woodland Lanes.
Oh, I like the loft there.
And another light hit, only this time just the 2 pin.
He has 7 300s to his name and an 818 series.
Very good. You know, thanks again to Tom Winkle and Gary Winkle and their dad Al Winkle for their support of Bowling Showcase through the years. It's greatly appreciated. They've been involved for the last 3 years in the Bowling Showcase Challenge.
Yeah, that's so nice. I mean, what we have here is so special to be able to showcase our sport to everybody, both on YouTube and on cable. You guys do an amazing job at that, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Well, we're proud to have you.
Well, thanks.
And what you bring to the table. Nick Hughes now up for Waterford Lanes on the left lane.
I'm going to say it again. I know I said I think last week. He has just been so solid for their team. He just really brings a lot. I think he's almost struck he just struck a lot.
You know, he has a really heavy roll on his ball.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I don't think he uses his thumb, so he really revs it.
Up on the left-hand lane, Dan Jordan now for the Woodland Lanes team.
Yeah, he liked it.
And throws the strike.
I liked it too. I could tell it was more of a, is it going to carry?
Right. So Tig Warden, if you recall a few weeks ago, you know, he's the guy that wins all the ball raffles, and he won a ball raffle at the event that week that we do during our competitions. And so Tig's now up on the right-hand lane. He's bowled very well so far in his competition. And throws a strike. That's a double for Waterford. Waterford now has extended their lead to 23 pins.
Okay.
Both teams working on strikes, so Chris Nielsen up on the left-hand lane. Chris has really performed well over the years in this competition. As we've told you before, he has a number of accolades on his resume.
857 high series with 29 800 series in total. Oh my goodness.
Leaves the swishing 10 pin.
Yeah. Luckily he got the 7 pin out.
That's right.
He also has an 800 series at the USBC Open in Reno in 2014, which that stage to be able to shoot a score of that magnitude is amazing.
Yes, it is. And a cover by Chris. 67 through 4, spare up in the 5th for Woodland. Waterford now has 40 in the 2nd, working on a double. John Scott, who's been rock solid in all of these events, all of the rounds coming up to this championship match.
He's done really well for his team, been solid. Oh no, oh my goodness.
Leaves the 10 pin.
Good.
Almost the 5-10.
Almost the 5-10. That could be a ball right there. That frame, if he converts this, could be a pivotal shot maybe in this game, just because if he had left a split, it's definitely makeable, but to have an open would be devastating at this point.
Right. Here we are. We're halfway through the match now. We got 5 frames in the book. Waterford Lanes with a 22-pin lead through 5 frames. Both teams working on spares. So a double along the line, a turkey along the line can swing this match, you know, by 20 or 30 pins easily.
Yeah, there's still a lot of bowling to be done.
A lot of bowling to be done. Both teams are very capable. And so we'll see what happens right after these messages on Bowling Showcase when we come back for the second half.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Okay, so it's come to this. The final, last half of the final game of the Bowling Showcase Challenge 2019 edition. We have Woodland Lanes, who was the champion in 2017, looking to become the first repeat champion in the Bowling Showcase Challenge. And we have Waterford Lanes, a brand new team to this competition. Both have bowled great leading up to this point. Waterford has a 22-pin lead moving into the second half of the match with both teams working on spares. So, Robin, what do you see?
Yeah, I'm ready to see some good bowling. I think, again, I'm going to make the prediction. Whoever stays clean in this last half is going to be the winner. I think we need to see some doubles here. Really, I think would make an impact.
Yep. So Dave Nelson up on the left-hand lane for the Waterford Lanes team. Down to the final 5 frames of competition. Oh, solid 10-pin. Solid 10-pin.
I think he liked it off of his hand.
He did. That pesky 10-pin popped up.
Now, we've seen in some matches where the 10-pin has been difficult for some people to pick up.
Yeah, and you're thinking back to 5-star a few weeks ago when they just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But, you know, other than that, people have pretty much made 10-pins.
Come on.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said something.
Robin.
Okay.
Okay, now Bob Bagansky up on the right-hand lane for the Woodland Lanes team. They have an opportunity to get right back in this match.
Yeah, the open frame just opened the door. As a bowler myself, I would look at this as the door is open, the opportunity is there. You better put the pressure on.
You bet. Bob Bagansky in his orange socks and orange shoelaces.
I love it. Oh, no.
So he moves the 10-pin. He moves the 10-pin to the 9-pin spot, and the rack knocks it over. So we're going to have just a little bit of a delay in the game while we respot the 9-pin or the 10-pin on lane 48. Because under USBC rules, when a pin moves like that, it has to go back to its original spot whenever the rack knocks it over, and its original spot was a 10. Okay, so we're right back with this after this little technical difficulty. You know, these kind of things happen with mechanical equipment. And you know what? 10 pin is now spotted up for Bob Bagansky on the right-hand lane.
All he can do is throw the best ball he can. And so as soon as the ball is off your hand, all you hope is the best result.
That's right.
Unfortunately, that pin slipped over, and that's just the way bowling is.
It is. It is. So Megan Clark now up on the left-hand lane. Her and Nick Hughes, the third bowler, are engaged to be married. We congratulate them.
Yes.
And
it's exciting.
Megan, here's her opportunity. She goes on the Brooklyn side and, oh, got that. Leaves the 9 pin, but a good shot.
Wiggles it.
So the Waterford Lanes team has an 11-pin lead here in the 7th frame.
So important here for her to convert this spare.
And she does.
Well done.
You know, she's got a little different roll on her ball than the traditional bowler does. But on the other hand, she's pretty solid on her single pin spares.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her miss a single pin.
Well, she's had a couple of, you know, really bad first shots that in some of the earlier matches, but single pin spares, she's money.
Later in the matches here, she's done really well.
That's right. Mary Cooper on the left-hand lane leaves the bucket.
That ball just looked like it skid, like it just slid the whole time. It never really
skidded 60 feet.
It just never got into a roll.
No, it didn't.
Mary has won 300, and our high series is a 792. Her dad got her started in the sport, and he still bowls, and he's 85 years old.
Very nice. Bowling is a sport that you can bowl in forever.
It's
you
awesome.
can bowl your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you're not going to be a professional at the age of 85, but you know what? You can go out and have a good time. You can enjoy the camaraderie with your friends and family, and it's just a great opportunity. So Nick Hughes now up on the left-hand lane for the Waterford Lane team. And big strike by Nick.
Well done, Nick.
15-pin lead by the Waterford Lanes team. So Woodland now up in the 8th frame. Corey Strange. If you recall from earlier, back in the Maryville region, Corey was a student of Mary Cooper as a coach.
That's fun that they're now bowling together.
That's right. So he's a little light, leaves the 2-5 spare. Again, we saw this earlier in the match by Megan, and you told Megan how to make it. She made it. So I'm sure Corey was listening, and he makes it too.
I was holding my breath on that one. I wasn't sure if that ball was going to jump further left.
So Waterford Lanes, 17-pin lead going to the foundation 9th frame with Ty Warden working on a strike. Woodland working on a spare. The strike here by Ty Warden would extend the lead to 27 pins.
Well, Tag's been outstanding in this series as well. I expect good things here. All right, 7-pin at least. Got the 5-pin out.
Got the 5-pin out, that's right.
We've seen almost a 5-7 for a righty, and the lefty almost had the 5-10.
So the max score for Woodland is 200, while Waterford is going at a 197 pace. So we're really pretty tight.
It's a tight match. Still have to keep. Oh,
falls off.
darn.
Waterford 165 in the 9th. Woodland now up on the right-hand lane. Dan Jordan threw a strike back in the 4th frame. They're working on a spare. They have an opportunity to get right back into this match.
If I were Dan, I would just try to be as solid as I can, throw the best shot you can, and hopefully get a strike. Okay.
He goes high and leaves
high.
the 3-6-10.
Yeah, I don't think he was really expecting that ball to jump so much, and we really haven't seen that much
happen on the right-hand lane.
Right, it's been more weaker leaves.
He might have taken a little bit off that one too. in anticipation of the...
You could have missed it inside just a tad. All right.
Covers it easily, though.
I had to hold my breath on that one, too, because spare's so important at this point.
So here's the story. Woodland, max score 187. Waterford, max score 195. John Scott with 2 strikes right here and a decent count will wrap up the match.
Oh, come on.
He goes light, leaves the 3-9.
He's been very solid this whole time, too.
He has.
And so I'm going to imagine he knows what he has to do.
Yes.
He's a good bowler. He knows what he has to do. That maybe the nerves maybe got to him on that one just a little bit. Because you want to do so well for your team.
And he covers it. Okay, so here's what it comes down to now. A strike here will give them 185. Woodland has a max score of 187.
Oh, boy.
Are we looking at something we've seen before?
Oh, it's been, you know what? I love it when it comes down to the 10th frame.
I agree.
When people have to make the best shot possible, I really like that. 'Cause I want to beat somebody when I'm at my best and when they're at their best. Oh, okay.
That's okay, leaves the 6-pin. 184 for Waterford. Comes down to this. Chris Nielsen, the anchor bowler for the Woodland team, needs 2 strikes and 8 pins to win the match and win the title. And if I recall correctly, back in 2017 when Woodland won the first time, it came down to Chris doing something very similar, throwing 2 strikes in the 10th in order to win.
So he's used to being in this situation. So hopefully he can calm his nerves, calm his breathing, make a good shot.
There's the first one.
A lot of the Woodland team bowls together in league already, so they know each other's games a lot, and I believe they have a lot of faith in Chris here and his capabilities in the 10th, and that's why they chose him to be the anchor bowler.
You know, Chris, when he bowls in the All-Stars, bowls for Lou Ansara.
Oh.
And if you recall, in the Maryborough region, they did face the Ansara team.
That was a fun match, a little grudge match between teammates.
And the strike there, now he needs 8 pins to seal the deal and win the match.
If he can throw a similar ball to that 11th one there, or his second shot, they've got it wrapped up. But anything can happen. Good shot. Oh, wow.
9. Final score, Bowling Showcase Challenge. Woodland 186 to repeat as champions. Second time for them. They won 2 years ago in 2017. Waterford Lanes 184. What a tremendous match. What a tremendous series. It's great. It was wonderful. Congratulations to Woodland Lanes. We'll be back right after these messages. Robin and I are going to go out and talk to the team, congratulate them, and guess what? Present the trophy. Right after these messages on Bowling Showcase.
Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth in Michigan. The championship events for this season include the Women's Championship beginning in February in Lansing, the Open Championship beginning in January in Grand Blanc, and the Youth Championship beginning in March in Granville and Comstock Park. These events are open to all members of the association based on gender and membership. Other events for higher average bowlers include the Youth Masters in November in Battle Creek, the Queens in April in Sanford, the Senior Masters for those over 50 in March, and Masters in April, both in Battle Creek. Pepsi Youth events take place in your league with qualifiers advancing to the state finals in May in Troy and Sterling Heights. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC.
Okay, so here we are with the champions of the 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge. You guys won in 2017 in a very similar fashion, so tell me about that, Dan.
Every shot today was just a grind. Coming down this pair, we didn't know what to expect. Was it hooking? Was it not hooking? And obviously it wasn't hooking very much for us, so, we all grinded it out, left makeable spares, and we made most of them, so, just did what we had to do to win.
Well, congratulations. We want to also thank the Winkle family for their support of Bowling Showcase.
Absolutely. The proprietors, Tom and Gary Winkle, they're awesome. They take care of us every time we're there, and they're just awesome people, and I just can't thank them enough for bringing us here every time.
I'd also like to congratulate the Waterford Lanes team on your runner-up finish. You guys bowled great through the whole series. Good job. DC and Mickey, thank you for their support. And here comes the trophy. So Ken, thank you, Ken. Ken Clayton was our on the lane interviewer throughout all the series. We really appreciate, Ken, your support in this.
Thank you, Ken.
Corey, Chris, Mary, Bob, Dan, congratulations. Bowling Showcase 2019 champions, Woodland Lanes. We'll see you next year on Bowling Showcase.